What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge and 5 more best bets for the night in sports. Don't forget, this is a very special start time just on NFL Fridays, as we have coming up at the top of the hour our props extravaganza with me, the counselor, prop stars, and Uncle Dave, as we break down all 4 divisional games this weekend. But that's at the top of the hour. We're about right here, right now. Let's bring in the stars of the show. We're going 4 wide today. We've got Zack Attack. We got the speculator, of course, EC. Now, EC, I've been instructed, true story, instructed to make sure this show does not go too long. But how do I not at least ask? Anything going on tonight?
Yeah, there might be a light early dinner happy hour of sorts in the greater Phoenix area involving me and a nice young lady. Yeah.
Now, you remember what happened to Buckets when he made it public that he was going out on a first blind
date? I think that was a fluke. I think it was just bad luck. I think if Buckets did it again, I'm sure it would be fine. The girl would be fine with it.
Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to put a pin in you right now, and then I got to go to the speculator who just raced back from the airport to make it in time for the show. Now, Specty, last night, hell of a flex by you. You're starting to take it to another level. You said it's not just easy enough to pick an under. I'll pick an under, let it go to overtime, and I'll still cash it at 239. But it's a cash nevertheless. What do you got, big boy?
Was stressful last night, but we're going to try to make this one a little less stressful. We're going Bam Adebayo over 31.5 points and rebounds at -125. Bam's been averaging 21.5 points and 10.1 rebounds, combining to 31.6. All you're asking is Bam to have an average night against a Mavericks team who's given up the 4th most points to power forwards in the league at 26.63 points per game. The Mavs have Dorian Finney-Smith back, but I expect him to be guarding Jimmy Butler primarily, as he is their best wing defender. That leaves Christian Wood or Maxi Kleber to guard Bam. But wait, both of those two are out tonight, meaning you're going to have 3rd and 4th string power forward and centers guarding Bam Adebayo, and he is the key to Miami Heat winning basketball games. When the Heat win games, Bam Adebayo scores 4.4 more points and 2 more rebounds than when the Heat lose. They're going to take advantage of the matchup tonight and win this game.
The last game, they were full strength, and absolutely, I had the cash. They blew them out. What are we expecting from Miami tonight as far as who's going to play?
I believe everybody should be playing tonight.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. But we're only 3 hours from game time, so why would they tell us who's going to play?
They are notorious for, really messing with the injury report, but it looks like everybody's going to play tonight.
All right. If it is, I think I'm on the Heat because they're getting 1.5 points tonight. I like the Heat.
I like
All right,
too.
let's switch gears. Speculator, he's just absolutely on fire. Another green check mark. Now, Zack Attack, you know how much respect I have for you, right? And you've been here since day one, correct?
That's correct.
So why don't you hold tight because you get the maestro spot today. That's what we do here for the crew, EC. That's what we do. Now, very quickly in the chat, AB on the 1s and the 2s, he said he's taking the over on your date tonight. Somebody else said 88 minutes. Then Brock said, what is the line on the second day? Whoa. Let's make it through night 1 first.
All right, Coach, there's a time limit on this date due to other plans on her side. So we're taking the under on 88 minutes. I can tell you that. That's the first part.
So you were not even important enough to have the entire night to yourself.
No, that's number 1.
That's
number 2, I'm on a bad streak. We like to talk figures in the show. I'm on a bad streak for second dates after a Friday. After a Friday first date, the second date is a very poor percentage.
Oh, my God.
Fade that.
Thank God that you have been killing it on your overs in college basketball. You know what I'm going to do? One of my best friends is Roger Lodge, the host of Blind Date, the most famous reality show. I'm going to call him. I'm going to bring him on the show. I'm going to have him help you guys. Buckets won't even know who he is. He won't even know who he is.
Oh, I know him.
I said Buckets won't.
Oh, no, Buckets, no chance.
Yeah, come on. All right, you got 2 big plays for us tonight. Give them to me, big boy.
All right, Coach. We're going to the Northeast Conference, one I'm sure you're very familiar with. I had no idea it existed, I'll be honest with you. Central Connecticut State and Wagner over 124.5. I don't know how I found this one. In Central Connecticut State road games, the totals are averaging 144.5. CCSU is 8-3 to the over on the road. Wagner is averaging 68 at home this season, and 4 of the last 6 meetings between These two teams have sailed over this number, so we're going to take the over 124.5. Then, from the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, say that 5 times fast, Iona is playing Manhattan. Now, first of all, I found out that Manhattan College is actually not in Manhattan. It's in the Bronx, which is really disappointing. Secondly, these two schools are about 10 miles from one another, so this is like kind of a rivalry game. So we're going to go with the over 140 here. Iona has played 4 true road games, and one team in each of those games has scored 80 plus. Okay, so we would just need 60 from the other team. Last year when these two teams played, there were 164 points and 146. The year before, 152 and 146. We're sailing over. And then Manhattan is 5-2 to the over against teams giving up less than 67 points. Found that on sportsline.com. Iona's given up 66.9. We're playing the over. Random games, but let's go with them.
Okay. Are you concerned that Rick Pitino just put out a tweet or it's saying we're very thin on the front line because they lost a player who's averaging 13 or 14 points? Does that concern you at all?
No, that's less defense, more points.
Okay. Plus the Sims at SportsLine have Manhattan plus 14 as the play if you're picking a side. See, I do my homework, EC, even on those little – I lived in the Northeast for 20 years, kid.
Did you know there was a Northeast Conference in college basketball?
Yes, I did.
I didn't. I had no idea.
Well, I was a sports center anchor, so you have to know everything, okay?
Fair. Yeah.
Just a little show. You may have heard of it. Did it for 10 years. All right, now, I'm going to go next, if you don't mind, because we're saving Zack Attack for the very end. I got 2 plays from the association. I didn't give them out this morning because I'll be honest with you. I felt like I was on tilt this morning. I am starting to get so ticked off at these teams that pick and choose their nights they want to play hard. Last night, Blazers, show up, please. So tonight, here's what we're going to do. Clippers, Spurs over 231. Let me check my notes very, very quickly. So the Clippers are expected to have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. The last 2 games, they've given up 126, 120, but they can't score. Spurs are hit or miss, but the one thing they do hit more than anybody almost is the over. 251, 257, 254, 244, 237. That's just our last 5. Left 1 out. 5 out of 6. We're going way over this number. Then my other play, Grizzlies, Lakers, under 243. It's just out of principle that you got to play an under at 243. The Grizzlies are starting to step up on defense. If the Lakers don't shoot well, we have no chance of getting to 240. So I'm just going to play a hunch, play my gut. We'll go under 243 and just hope there's one bad quarter. That's all we need. Specty, you like that play? What did the numbers say for you?
I can tell you right now, let's see, for the Lakers game, yeah, we have 232 projected for that one. So that's a very big edge for you. Very big edge for you.
Thank you,
I like that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Now, Zack Attack, me and you go back a long way, big boy. And EC only dreams about being on the early edge as long as you have. Maestro Spot. Floor is yours.
All right, Coach. I'm going to go to the same conference, Metro Atlantic with St. Peter's plus 2.5, the team that we remember from last year's March Madness run. One thing I do like about this conference, they're always going to play on Friday, so that's something you can see every Friday. I might have a play in this conference, but St. Peter's, we expect a downfall. They lost Shaheen Holloway, their coach now at Seton Hall. Several players exited. One is at Seton Hall, one's at Bryant, one's at St. Bonaventure. They've lost 5 straight, but double-digit loss. So I look at the team that starting to play with the won 3 straight games. I like the value on the underdog. Give me.
All right, a very light schedule on Friday night, but we're finding the little pieces, the little holes. I like it a lot. Now, grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of AB on the 1s and the 2s. If he can stop, I feel like AB is trying to date the chat today.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, let me just say here, Zack Attack, I messed you up on St. Peter's. I put it minus 2.5. It's way too late to change it. This is plus 2.5. I'm an idiot. Yep, there you go. Great show, though.
In related news, the sun came up this morning. All right, Zach is on St. Peter's plus 2.5. EC's on 2 small overs today, small schools anyway. Central Connecticut State. I just sold a house literally this week, 8 miles from that campus. Swear to God. Wagner over 124.5. Then Iona, Manhattan over 140. If you want to play it, the Sims at SportsLine have Manhattan plus 14. Then the Speculator He just clips them off one by one by one. Bam Adebayo. Heat tonight taking on the Dallas Mavericks, over 31.5, just points and rebounds. Then if you're going to cash with the coach, we pray that everything lines up as my research says it should. Clippers Spurs over 231. Grizzlies Lakers, let's go under 243. And a very quick reminder, coming up at the top of the hour, we will have our props extravaganza. What a weekend we have in the National Football League. With that being said, EC, good luck to you tonight, big boy. I cannot wait to hear what happens. I really can't. Why do I want it just to go badly? I don't know why. I shouldn't want that. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these in-5 tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. Zack Attack, the speculator, and let's all send one up for our man EC, that he can get through one and make it to 2. Because come on, everybody needs somebody, especially here at the Early Edge, where sometimes, oh yes, sometimes we do it in 5. Good luck.